So yeah, and I'm sorry, your name is
Caitlin McCreary.
Caitlin McCary, and we're here at the Frontier Culture Museum.
Mhm.
And what is your job here?
So I am our head costumer and head tinsmith here at the museum.
Oh, excellent. Head tinsmith?
Mhm.
Wow. So how did you end up learning those trades?
So I actually started learning sewing at home a long time ago. I was in like elementary school, and my family does Civil War reenacting.
Oh,
So
excellent.
I kind of got into it there, and then started working here as an intern, worked my way up to full-time. And that's where I started spreading out into all of the other time periods.
Oh, excellent.
Going
Excellent.
from 19th century to 1600s is wildly different.
Right. We're going to have our funny cat video. That's what's going to make our Lander University channel go viral. That's what I said that, and then Prince ran away from me.
Uh-huh.
So, and how did you come to work? You mentioned you were an intern. Did they advertise? Like, because I think this is a state agency. Did you have
It
to?
is a state agency. And we need to advertise more that we have an internship. We've got, I think usually it's 3 spots open for the living history internship part, and then we've also got some in our archives.
Right.
But I went to Shepherd University up in Shepherdstown, West Virginia.
Okay.
Required a internship to graduate, so I came here partially because it's close to home.
But yeah. So, and what would your typical day here look like?
So here, our day starts off like we come in regular, we call them civilian clothes.
Oh, right. Yeah.
We change into the dress that we are required for the day, depending on what farm we are on. Sometimes we change clothes halfway throughout the day, depends on how many school groups we've got. So there have been days where I start out on our 1850s farm and then have to switch to 1750s Germany.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, that would be very different.
It makes it an interesting time. It's always fun switching gears at that point, because it's like that first talk with a visitor on the German farm turns into okay, on our 1850s, wait, no, wrong farm,
Right.
wrong time period. But we go out, we feed all of the animals, depending on the season, depends on what on the farm we do, because
Okay.
these are working farms.
Right. Oh, wow.
So we'll go out and we work in the gardens, usually before it gets too hot in the summer especially. We shear the sheep, we process the wool, we make
my
the
gosh,
clothes
wow.
on the farms.
Do you mind the tin?
Hmm?
No.
No minding of the tin here. That is a thing that we are like trying to figure out the process for, and want to try it once just to know how the process of making tin plate works.
So, and are you doing first person or third person when you do that?
Third person. We do not
Okay,
do
that makes it a lot
first
easier.
person
No, this is all this thing off the top of my students. I'm like, I don't do first person. I can't.
here. Even Williamsburg has gotten away from the first person.
Right.
They've got maybe 10 or so people there still that do first person, but it is so much easier to connect with the modern person if we can talk about modern items, not
Right.
in well, what is that thing in your hand?
So, what do you like about this job?
The changing of it, because they are working farms, there's always something different happening, whether it's oh no, the sheep got out, or we're going from, it's like we're cooking in the mornings until mid-afternoon, and then we might switch gears into
Right.
It's like, okay, supper's done, now we're going to sit and sew for the rest of the afternoon. So there's
Okay,
always
right.
something different.
Excellent. Well, and that's one thing I tell the students. Like, one night, this is a kind of job where you can get outside and be doing lots of different things. It's not going to be the
Yeah.
same thing all the time,
There are some sites where you end up a little bit more stagnant.
right?
Like Jamestown, Yorktown, Williamsburg, you have your thing. So if you're on the ships at Jamestown, you're on the ships at Jamestown. You might
Right.
go in the rigging one day and you're down on the
Okay.
deck the next, but that's your area.
Right.
If you're a tradesperson at Williamsburg, you're staying in your trade until
Oh, yeah,
you
that
finish
makes
your
sense.
apprenticeship and journeymanship, and even then, most people don't get out of it.
Excellent.
But
Well, if I have students who want to follow in your footsteps, says that looks really cool. I want to be a living historian and do this kind of crafts and these other things. What advice would you give them if they're college students who want to go in that path?
volunteer at as many historic sites as you can. It's always a good time. You're going to learn so much doing that. That's actually part of how I started. I volunteered at Harper's Ferry,
Oh, excellent.
and they pulled us into the living history stuff there, and going from a reenactment field talking to the public versus a national park talking to the public are two different things.
Right.
So relearning how to interpret was fun. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty.
Excellent.
Another one.
Very good advice.
If you want to learn how they sewed then, there are a lot of videos online. Just pick up some thread and fabric and try it and see how close together your stitches can be. How fine of a stitcher can you be?
Oh, right.
That's always one that, for us, we have to remind ourselves of. They were doing about 8 to 10 stitches per inch.
Wow.
On average. Like, that's
a
the
lot.
larger end of their scale. They were doing much smaller, too. So
Right.
every once in a while we challenge ourselves on, like, our stays and corsets. Like, okay, how small can I make this?
Oh my gosh.
For metalworking, there are so many blacksmiths and metalworkers across the board who want people to learn. Like, the trades are suffering at the moment.
Right.
Being willing to get into that and just go, okay, how do you do this thing?
Right.
Ask
Right.
them questions, and they'll tell you for 3 hours so much that you're probably going to forget before they do.
Right. Right.